All right, join us now, the chair of the House Education Committee, which held that hearing today, the great Congresswoman Virginia Foxx. Virginia, good to see you. Listen, first,
good to see you, Sean.
I want to thank you for hosting this hearing today. I think Americans have seen all the anti-Semitism on college campuses, and we, as you, want to hear from those who lead those campuses and hear answers from them. What was your takeaway from today's hearing?
Well, there's several takeaways. As your example showed, they equivocate. They won't answer a straight question. They just won't do it. They cannot condemn Hamas. They cannot condemn the atrocities that occurred on October 7th. They've had groups that want to meet with them to show them what happened, and they would not admit to being willing to meet with those people. So they equivocated a lot, and I think the examples you showed were great. We tried to push them into being moral leaders of their campuses, and that's what we push them into doing. But we're not sure that that's what they're going to do. They need to teach the difference between right and wrong. And as I said to them, I don't call it higher education anymore. I call it post-secondary education, because I don't think they're teaching higher order skills or critical thinking skills.
Congresswoman, great to see you. I watched every moment of the hearing today, and this sudden embrace of freedom of speech by these highfalutin educowards is so hollow and empty, because any conservative watching this, particularly those who have been run off these very campuses for their conservative views, knows what a joke this is. But they seem to be using this freedom of speech as a crutch to avoid punishing these Jew haters who they admitted into these schools or indoctrinated them when they got on campus. They don't want to even, are actively embracing these anti-Semites. And that's what I walked away with watching this. When Claudine Gay, the president of Harvard, was asked, give me a number of how many students have been held to account and disciplined for anti-Semitic behavior, she couldn't even cite a number.
Correct. She could not cite a number. And this is why, Dagan, I said to them, higher education has never been held in such low esteem in this country. And I thought that what happened today was one of the reasons that is the case. When you have the leadership of what are called elite universities, I'm going to call them in the future the most expensive universities in the country, not the elite universities. They don't deserve that title anymore, because that's all they are the most expensive universities, and they are not doing what they should be doing. Brandon Williams from New York, I thought, went down a great path. They all said, oh, we need more education, more education. That's what will stop Jew hating, or that's what will stop anti-Semitism. So he said, well, how much money do you have in your budget? And they all have astronomical budgets. They all have big endowments. He said, well, you've had the money for a long time. Why haven't you been doing this? And so I think that line of questioning was excellent, because it shows that they have not done this.
Well, Congressman, I call them commie camps. It's commie indoctrination at these universities. It's not an education. I wanted to get your take on this because Congressman Kevin Riley asked the panel about prospective students that are Jewish and would they feel safe if they were to come onto their campuses. Let's watch what the exchange that Kevin had with the panel.
If you were talking to a prospective student's family, a Jewish student's family, right now, could you look them in the eye and tell them that their son or daughter would be safe and feel safe and welcome on your campus?
We are absolutely committed to student safety.
Yes, but I didn't ask that question about your commitment. I said, could you look them in the eye right now, the family of a prospective Jewish student, and assure them that their son or daughter would feel safe and welcome on your campus?
We are taking every step to ensure their physical and their psychological safety.
So yes or no to my question, though. Did you want to answer it?
Congresswoman, I served in Congress as well. That is the most frustrating answer to get when you get someone to dance and not answer a question. If you can't tell them that they're going to be safe on campus, instead of we're committed to safety or we're going to take every step, then Jewish kids don't feel safe on your campus.
That's exactly right. And Kevin Kiley and Elise Stefanik were the greatest people in being able to ask those questions of Claudine Gay, because they're both Harvard graduates. And they pinned her to the wall time after time after time. And we all pinned all of them to the wall on questions like that. It was not a wonderful time for them. They did not look happy sitting in those seats. And I'll have to say, even some Democrats, not many, asked some pointed questions of them, too. I'm looking forward to our bringing out some great education, more education bills. We talked about the Deterrent Act. We talked about how there's a direct correlation between how much money is coming from foreign governments and the anti-Semitism activities on the campus. We know that's happening. They deny it.
Congresswoman, we will be watching, and we again want to thank you for having such a great hearing today in the House. You're a great chairwoman. I know you're running for re-election, and thank you for joining us on The Bottom Line, Congresswoman.
Thank you, Dagan.
Foxx.
I love your comments. Buckle up, Buttercup. That's a great one.
I love you more, Congresswoman Foxx. You hold their feet to the fire. Thank you so much for being here.